bad that Will couldn't have come with us. He'd have enjoyed this.
Someone had to stay with the ship.
Well, do you mean to say that Dr. Smith couldn't watch over the Jupiter 2 all by himself?
Since when has Dr. Smith been able to do anything for himself?
Oh. Well, really, do you have to keep on working? Couldn't you stop for a while and enjoy the scenery?
Well, the original reason for this trip was the radar station. Now you, the girls, and the scenery are all welcome added attractions.
Why, Professor Robinson.
Oh, we've got company. He's like a Class B7 intergalactic spaceship.
But in this area? Attention, spaceship. This is John Robinson from the Earth ship, Jupiter 2. Please identify yourselves.
Hello, Jupiter 2. This is Earth ship Venus 5, and we're glad to find you. We're preparing to land. Activate landing beam.
Can't be an Earth ship.
I know. Activate the radiation shield. We're going to have to find out a lot more about them before we let them land.
Repeat. Activate your landing beam.
Attention, spaceship. You are not an Earth vehicle, we know that. Now, who are you and what do you want?
Activate landing beam. We'll explain everything once we've landed.
Explain it now, or we won't let you land.
John, who do you think it is?
Some renegade masquerading as an Earth ship. But now that the force shield's up, we don't have anything to worry about. They can't land.
Fire right through our shield.
It's holding.
They've put up a protective shield. We'll never be able to land.
Put us on automatic control. We must land on that planet. It's our lives or theirs. There must be a way to get through their defenses.
I see you two music lovers are still enthralled with the intergalactic hit parade.
It does sound kind of like music, Dr. Smith, if you listen hard enough.
Indeed.
Well, sometimes it does.
And after all, a robot does not live by programming alone. Some culture is required to keep my tapes in balance.
What do you know of culture, you ignominious ignoramus? It's space static. That's what it is.
We must land on that planet. We have no other choice.
But we've tried. We can't penetrate their radiation shield.
Then we must try again. There must be a weak link in their defenses.
Look.
A perfect landing place.
But their radiation shield. We'll never be able to penetrate it without a landing beam.
They'll give us one. But first, we must prepare ourselves. We must look like these Earthlings. Bring up the females. Get a computation on Earth people components and run it on the screen. Go. Dial in the male Earthling. Strange, but I suppose functional. And now the female Earthling. Not much improvement. Turn off the image projector. Turn on the matter transformer. First, we two. Now the females. Ugly, but I suppose practical.
I kind of like it.
Your opinion was not requested. Turn off the matter transformer. Females, go below and prepare for landing.
It still won't work. You know as well as I do that electromagnetic transference is only good during daylight hours. As soon as each night's moons come up, we'll revert back to our regular forms again.
The daylight hours will be more than enough for us to destroy their outpost.
But what if we can't exist in their atmosphere? We have to test it first. For at least 24 hours.
Yes, you're right. But I think I have a way we can manage that.
We still have the humanoid life form that was on the ship when we stole it.
Mr. Zumdish, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You will forget everything about our forcibly taking over this spaceship and using it as our escape ship after the Deutronium Bank robbery. You will only remember that you are a tour director, taking peaceful vacationers on an intergalactic cruise. You will accept us as your vacationers. Understand?
Yes, I understand. Tour director, peaceful vacationers. Oh, I must have fallen asleep.
Yes, you did doze off. And here we are wasting precious moments of our 2-week vacations.
Yes, you promised us wonderful times, and we've just been floating around here in space.
At Sumdish's word, Mrs. Bond, I promised you marvelous vacations, and that's just what you will have.
What do you think it is, Robot?
I compute it to be an ionic directional probe.
A radio beam searching for receiving outlets.
You mean someone's trying to reach us?
Someone is trying to reach any radio receiver.
Maybe they're in trouble. We'd better help them.
No, William, don't. We have no way of knowing who it is out there. They might be terrible people.
Dr. Smith, whoever they are, they're in trouble or something. We can't just stand here and do nothing.
Why not?
This is the Jupiter 2. Identify yourself, please.
Identify myself. This is Sundish of Alterus Functus Limited, of course. What took you so long to answer?
Well, gee, Mr. Zomjus, we didn't even know.
And I don't want to hear any excuses either. My happy vacationers are ready for fun, fun, fun. So please activate your landing beam immediately.
I guess he's got us mixed up with somebody else.
Perhaps not. He did say that his spaceship was full of vacationers, did he not? Vacationers. Happy, carefree people with their pockets full of valuables, ready for their 2 weeks in the sun. And what better place to vacation than this planet paradise of ours?
Dr. Smith, they're headed somewhere else.
They are headed for where the fun is. And who is more fun than we are? You, sir? What is the going rate for rooms in this part of the galaxy?
With or without running water.
Even if we could, where would we get the rooms?
Really, William? We happen to have an empty spaceship, and you ask where?
Dr. Smith, Mom and Dad and the others are only going to be gone a few days. You can't just rent out their rooms.
Just think of it, William. We are at the beginning of a huge and lucrative new enterprise. Smith's Resort Hotels, where the best go to rest. It's lovely.
Dr. Smith, you just...
Welcome, Mr. Zumdish, welcome. This is Dr. Zachary Smith, manager of Happy Acres. I know that all your people are very eager to partake of the joys of our vacation wonderland, but I must advise you, my dear sir, we are at the height of our season now, and much as we regret it, there has been a slight increase in our rates.
My people have been saving all year for their vacations. I'm quite sure they have more than enough deutronium aboard the ship to cover all costs.
Deutronium? Did you hear that, William? Deutronium.
Dr. Smith, you can't charge them for nothing.
Nothing indeed. Look at this veritable paradise. Pleasant meadows in 4 different colors, lava bed mineral baths, fantastic underground caves that will make marvelous nightclubs, and not 1 but 4 different suns for the really complete suntan. Oh, William, it would be cruel indeed if we did not welcome those poor, fun-starved individuals to our happy little hotel. Mr. Zumdish, I am activating the landing beam. Prepare your happy travelers for the very best vacation they have ever had.
Thank you. We will be arriving shortly. See? You sign up with Alterus Functus Limited for vacations, and that's what we deliver. Fun, fun, fun.
Lovely. Now remember, our guests will be here at any moment. I want them to be made happy and comfortable in the best tradition of Smith's Resort Hotels.
Dr. Smith, it's just no fun carrying people's luggage.
And besides, vacationers are computed to be extremely bad tippers.
Spare me the complaints. Did we or did we not all agree that we would each do the job we were best suited for?
You agreed.
We took a vote, did we not?
I did not.
You are not entitled to a vote. You are a ninny.
Well, I didn't get to vote either.
It's not legal to vote until you're 21, William. Everybody knows that. But enough of this idle chatter. Our guests will be here momentarily. Are we all ready?
Well, I guess so.
Splendid. Now remember our motto. A happy guest is a paying guest. Yes. Here they come. How do you do? How nice to see you. So nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome to Happy Acres. Dr. Zachary Smith, manager, social director, all-around fun person at your service.
I am Zamdish.
Of course you're Zamdish. I knew you at once. From the Intergalactic Department Store.
Formally, I'm in business for myself now.
How very nice.
Alterous Fun Tours Limited. Allow me. Oh, pardon me, my laundry list. You call this a resort hotel?
Oh, yes, indeed. As a matter of fact, Happy Acres is the flagship of my entire chain. We have scenery in 4 different colors, you know.
We humanoid life forms are used to scenery in 8 different colors.
I see. An Olympic-sized hot lava pool.
Only one?
We have meteor riding, rocket testing, all the latest sports, and not one but 2 moons for the romantically inclined. And we also have a remarkable robot programmed for exquisite service.
Badminton, anyone?
Not now, booby. Tend to the luggage.
Wait. My customers want a fun vacation. I'm not sure it's quite what they had in mind.
Oh, but you're so wrong, Mr. Zamdish. This is the gayest resort you've ever found. Ask anyone in the rest of the galaxy just how much fun we are.
A money-back guarantee?
A money-back... Yes. Yes, of course.
In that case, we will give you a trial. If my vacationers have a good time here, you will get some more business from me. If not, both they and I will be very unhappy with you.
Oh, they'll have a good time. I know it.
All right. Help him to the luggage.
Bellboy, front.
Yes, sir.
Attend to the luggage.
Yes, sir.
Now remember what I said. Let fun be your guide. Fun, fun, fun.
Never fear. Smith is here. Let me assure you, my dear Mr. Zamdish, that is what we understand here at Happy Acres. Fun, fun, fun. This way, sir. This way. Ah, bravo, bravo. You're doing beautifully. Fun, fun, fun. Fun, fun, fun. Bellboy.
Yes, sir.
Really? Must I do everything myself?
Oh, if
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Well, I guess I'm not used to being a bellboy.
William, you will simply have to shape up. It is vital that we please our guests. Now take all of these things directly to suite D12.
D12?
D12, your sister Judy's room, William. Can't you remember anything?
I'm sorry.
Now careful with that luggage. We are not insured.
Are you all right?
Yes, of course, my dear. And doubly so now that you've allowed me the pleasure of stopping your shuttlecock for you.
I wish you hadn't stopped it so hard. It's all dented and everything.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How stupid of me to allow my head to dent your dainty little shuttlecock.
Oh, I guess it's all right. Just as long as you make sure you don't do it again.
Oh, I promise you, I shall see that it does not happen again. Fun, fun, fun. Saucy baggage. Ah, 1,900 receipts. And 2,000 cubits of plutonium. I'm going to be rich, rich, rich.
Can I go to bed now?
Is all the sports equipment put away?
Yes.
And are the hotel grounds cleaned and sparkling, ready for the gay activities of tomorrow?
Yes.
And have all our guests retired to their luxurious suites?
Yes.
In that case, I suggest that you go right to bed. You have to be up bright and early in the morning, you know, to prepare breakfast for everyone. And remember, put plenty of water in the fruit juice and no seconds for anyone. A happy guest is a hungry guest.
A happy guest is a tired robot.
See you soon.
Ah, good evening, my dear. I would have thought you'd be fast asleep by now, all tired out from your gay round of activities here at Happy Acres.
I tried to sleep, but I couldn't.
Couldn't sleep?
No. I kept thinking about how sweet you were at the pool this afternoon. I hope I didn't hurt your pretty head when I hit it on the badminton court.
Oh, no, my dear. It was a pleasure and a joy to be hit in the head by your dainty little shuttlecock.
You're sweet
Yes, I know.
and quite good looking.
Yes, I know. But not nearly as attractive as you, my dear. You know, it's not uncommon for romance to flourish in this vacation paradise.
Yes, I've heard about vacation romances, but I never dreamed it might happen to me.
Romance can come to all of us, my dear.
But you're so far above me.
Oh, no, my dear. It's you who are so far above me. I would like to be on your level.
Would you really like to be just like me?
Oh, yes, my dear. I would like to be just as rich. That is to say, I would like to be just like you.
I think that can be arranged.
If only it could be. Then my fondest dream would come true.
I do want your dream to come true.
You do.
Until tomorrow?
Until tomorrow. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Farewell. Good night.
The old fool is falling like a ton of spent meteorites.
And you're confident you'll be able to have him doing your bidding?
Supremely confident.
He'll make a perfect dupe for the Space Patrol. His body orbiting endlessly in space with some wreckage of their spaceship will have the Space Patrol convinced that we've met our tragic but deserved end.
But he doesn't look anything like any of us.
You haven't forgotten your matter transformation ring, have you?
No.
Once he has that ring on his finger, he'll be just like one of us.
get back to our original forms.
We have to move immediately before the humans discover who we really are.
Yes, I'm going to be rich and famous. I shall go down in history as the first intergalactic innkeeper.
No. He's only metal. We must find the humans.
Did you say something, William? I wonder what it was.
Asleep at the switch, I might have known. Wake up. Wake up!
Did you hear something strange out here?
I was resting my computer tapes.
A likely story. I heard a noise out here. You couldn't have slept right through it.
My micro-mechanism has been worked so hard. It is tired enough to sleep through anything.
I never said hotel work was easy.
2, doing the work of 3 never is.
How dare you? I'm doing much more than my share. Don't suppose for a moment it is easy to count all those receipts.
And besides, isn't it rewarding to know how happy you are making those vacationers?
But I must confess...
Did you hear something just then?
I am not programmed for day and night work. My computer tapes need 8 hours rest just like any other robots. You cannot expect me to...
Silence! Spare me the emotional outbursts.
I'm sure it was just some people trying to sneak in. Yes, that's what it was. The word is out in the rest of the galaxy that we are this year's fun resort, and already we have crashers. Well, I'll show them. Nobody gets into Happy Acres except paying guests. On second thought, you'll show them. I hereby appoint you night watchman.
But I am already badminton instructor, bellman, golf pro, lifeguard, dining room and room service waiter, and social director.
You'll also make a wonderful night watchman. Well, what are you waiting for? Find those trespassers and order them off the hotel grounds.
But my computer tapes need rest.
Night watchman, do your duty.
But I...
Very well, you sententious sloth. I'll go with you and show you how it's done. Stand aside. Well, press the button, booby. Also, elevator operator. Sworn I heard something.
No one is here but us. Now can I go back and rest my weary computer tapes?
Tapes, my foot. You're not a very good night watchman, you know.
I was programmed for more important work.
Oh, very well. Return to your slumbers, you pitiable pipsqueak.
My micro-mechanism thanks you. My computer tapes thank you. And I thank you.
How exciting. I know I heard something. I must have heard something. I have very sound instincts about things like that. Oh well. Perhaps this once I made a mistake.
Did you ring Dr. Smith?
Silence, booby! Go below! Go below! It's all your fault.
Let's finish him.
Wait.
Must be the sun's rays.
Yes, apparently we only revert back when the moons are high.
And we don't have to destroy the humans. At least, not yet.
Ah, good morning, my dear Mr. Sumdish. Isn't it a lovely morning, so clean and fine, allow me, sir? Yes. There we are. I trust you had a good night's sleep.
The mattress on my bed was very lumpy.
Regrettable. I shall see to it immediately. But tell me, my dear sir, wasn't your breakfast delicious?
The cereal was just as lumpy as my mattress.
I'm sure lunch will be marvelous.
Dr. Smith, I'm afraid I must tell you I find your resort hotel not at all fun and not at all what I had in mind for my tour.
But, my dear sir, your people seem to be having a wonderful time.
Yes, they do at that. There's no accounting for tastes.
My dear Mr. Zamdish, just give me a bit more time and I guarantee that I shall have my hotel operating at 100% fun capacity.
Very well. We'll continue the trial run, but remember, let your motto be fun, fun, fun.
Oh, my dear sir, let me assure you, that's all we understand here at Happy Acres. Fun. Fun. Fun.
Fun, fun, fun.
William, what, may I ask, took you so long?
Well, you see, Dr. Smith, I was...
Don't you know that you're holding up an entire golf tournament?
Well, I guess I do. I mean, I knew you couldn't start the tournament without the golf clubs. But see, I was busy in the galley when you organized...
I simply don't have time for excuses. I'm losing a fortune in greens fees. Let me help you. There we are. Come along.
Thanks a lot.
Dr. Smith!
Where are you, my dear?
I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to come and find me for yourself.
I'd love to, my dear, but I'm quite busy right now.
Too busy for the game of romance?
Never too busy for you, my dear. Ready or not, here I come.
There you are. You see, I found you. Now, what do I get as my prize?
Close your eyes.
For me? Oh, what a surprise. How lovely, and in such good taste. How sweet of you. It's a warm, tender, sentimental gift. I shall treasure it always.
You said you wanted to be just like me. This ring will put us on the very same level.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Then, until tonight.
Until tonight?
We'll meet right here. Dr. Smith.
What is this? I thought you were supposed to be giving instruction in badminton.
I was. All morning. That is, after I finished serving breakfast. Oh, my computer tapes are all worn out.
How sad. Complaints, complaints. That's all I ever hear. It is not easy to be a hotel impresario. Very well. You may return to the hotel and rest. For exactly 5 minutes. After you have served the guests their lunch.
But lunch hasn't even been cooked yet.
I hereby appoint you master chef. See to it immediately. How untidy. I must also appoint him chief gardener.
Dr. Smith, are you all right?
Yes, indeed. I'm getting used to it.
Oh, it's all dented again.
Will you forgive me?
You're forgiven.
I do hope she doesn't try archery.
Why am I forced to do everything myself? I'm completely exhausted. You, sir.
Where am I?
You are at Smith's Happy Acres Hotel, and don't you forget it. You're supposed to be a computer, are you not?
Affirmative.
Very well. Compute this.
10,000 cubics of deutronium.
Correct. Why did it take you so long to come to that conclusion?
If you knew the answer, why did you ask me?
Yours is not to question why. Yours is but to total.
May I rest my tapes now?
No, you may not. We have to finish here first, and afterwards I want you to plan the water polo tournament. I want it ready to start immediately after breakfast tomorrow morning.
The test period is over. We can survive in this planet's atmosphere.
And now we must destroy the humans.
Here.
lovely, lovely. I'm going to be beautifully rich. And I haven't even tabulated the receipts from tomorrow's water polo tournament.
But I compute that water polo cannot be played in a hot lava pool. The ball will melt.
You're so clever, I'm sure you'll think of something. You'd better finish up the counting here. I just remembered an appointment I have. This is only the beginning.
What did you say, Dr. Smith?
Never mind, Ninny. You don't understand romance.
Is that you singing, my dear? I'm coming.
Oh dear. I suddenly feel quite strange. Here I come. You, my dear, it's me, your Zachary.
I'm over here, Zachary.
Where are you, my dear? Your voice is lovely in the moonlight. Please come out where I can see you. There you are. Please don't.
Who's there?
Get his power pack.
Where is it?
Danger! Danger!
That must be it. I got it.
Come on.
I'm so frightened and so alone. Oh! Why did I do that? And why does my throat feel so furry? Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, what happened? Monsters. Hideous monsters. They've taken over Happy Acres.
Happy Acres? What's that?
Happy Acres is my... Oh, dear. I'm so frightened. I'm half out of my head. I don't know what I'm saying. Monsters have taken over the Jupiter 2.
The Jupiter, too? Well, where's Will? Is he all right?
I battled those terrifying monsters with all my strength. I fought them courageously, but the odds against me were so overwhelming that I was finally forced to flee for my life.
Where is Will?
They were so ferocious, so overwhelming.
Where is he?
I think he's still in the spaceship.
With all those monsters?
I'm afraid so.
Maureen, stay here with the girls. We'll go on ahead and see if we can find out what's happening.
No, I couldn't. Those monsters will kill me.
On that double.
I'm completely exhausted. I cannot go another step. Those monsters will kill us all.
Come on. Smith. What's going on here?
What's all the sports equipment lying about?
Sports equipment? What sports equipment?
We're waiting for an answer.
Oh, yes. There does seem to be some sports equipment lying around.
Yes, I know it's here. I see it. How did it get here?
I don't really know.
And where are all these monsters you were yelling about?
Monsters? There don't seem to be any, do there? I'm afraid it was just a bad dream I had. I must stop eating peanut butter and salami sandwiches before I retire.
Let's find Will. Maybe he can tell us what's happening. And this better not be one of your harebrained schemes.
Professor Robinson, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Peanut butter and salami.
And then I heard those sounds coming closer and closer. So I climbed up on top of my closet shelf and I hid there. And then after a while, the door opened and they stepped into the room. They were terrible, Dad. Really horrible-looking creatures.
And yet, everything now is as peaceful as it could be.
Dad, I'm sorry. The hotel idea seemed like it would be a lot of fun. And Dr. Smith said it would be all right.
That's all right, son. That's not your fault. But Smith should have known better. Robot! Do you have anything to add?
My tapes were much too weary to make a positive computation, but my scanners did view two creatures.
Alien monsters?
I am sorry, Professor Robinson. My micro-mechanism has just been too overworked for me to be certain.
But you do remember that Smith thought he heard something the night before.
That much I do remember, Professor Robinson.
And last night, these two creatures.
Professor Robinson! Professor Robinson!
Yes?
Professor Robinson, I'm afraid I made a horrible mistake. I thought they're just happy vacations. But last night, I heard the fight, and I had to hide, or they would have tried to destroy me as well.
Who are they, Zamdish?
I heard them talking. They're space robbers who assumed a humanoid form. They are running from the justice of the Intergalactic Tribunal. They have been searching for a safe place where they could hide and feel they have found it here after destroying everyone on this planet.
Where are they now?
Out hunting for us, out hunting for any humans who might someday be able to tell the Space Patrol their whereabouts.
We'll find Maureen and the girls. We've got to get there first. Will, stay here with the robot.
Man the battle stations. I am going below.
Mother, how long do we have to stay here?
until your father comes back for us.
Oh, dear.
Dr. Smith, what are you doing here?
I don't really know. Somehow I thought it would be safer out here.
Well, what's happening back at the Jupiter, too?
Nothing at all. It's as peaceful as can be.
And what about the monsters you said you were so afraid of?
Monsters, madam? There are no monsters.
Oh, Dr. Smith!
Hold it.
Who are you? What do you want?
Come along.
Get up. Where are Maureen and the girls?
I have no idea.
John, look. Footprints go this way.
Let's go.
Woe is me. Alack and alas.
Over there. We will destroy them in the lava pit, one at a time. The mother first. Come here.
Careful with that booby.
Yes, sir.
Mind your manners.
Hurry along with those, bellboy. Hurry.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I am delighted that everything was resolved with such dispatch. I would have been extremely unhappy if it hadn't, especially after enjoying the great hospitality of your fine hotel. You know, Dr. Smith, I have decided that you run a very good place, and I'm going to make it a regular stop for my fun tours from now on.
How nice.
Careful with the luggage.
We're not insured.
Oh, allow me. Some Dish Insurance Company is starting today.
Goodbye, Zachary.
Goodbye, my dear.
Even though they're taking us many galaxies away, I'll be thinking of you.
How exciting.
I was hoping you might have a keepsake for me, something which will always remind me of you.
I may have just the thing. Excuse me.
Yes, Dr. Smith?
Quickly, what is the value of this?
$1.79 at any 5 and 10 cent store.
Oh, the pain. The pain. It's supposed to be worth a king's ransom.
It is not even worth a Dr. Smith's ransom. However, my computers indicate that there is more to it than meets the eye.
I am not interested in meeting your eyes. I am interested only in immediate cash value. Here you are, my dear. This is for you.
But it's the ring I gave you.
Exactly so. Much too generous of you. It's a sacrifice I cannot allow you to make.
I'll always remember you.
Naturally.
This is goodbye.
Bon voyage. Goodbye. Goodbye, Alice.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Here we go.
Smith?
Yes, Professor?
Isn't there something that you're just dying to tell me?
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, Professor, I shall have that sign off in a jiffy. The Happy Acres Hotel will be just a fond memory. Frankly, I'm very glad it's all over.
Who says it's over? Now we're all going to take a vacation.
Vacation?
Where are we going to go, Dad?
Not going anywhere. We're going to spend it right here at Happy Acres. And since you're the big intergalactic innkeeper, I'm sure you'll show us a wonderful time. On the house.
I shall certainly miss that young woman. I wish she had left me a memento of her visit to help me through the trying days ahead.
Stay tuned for some exciting scenes from next week's show.
Next week, an alien bounty hunter terrorizes the space family Robinson when a mysterious frozen tomb they have discovered thaws and releases a beautiful ice princess.
What's it open?
Don, look! Spiritu Olimpu! Voi sisteme!
I think I'd like you to stay a while with Chavo. Something special inside. You don't want Chavo to see, amigo?
Why don't you try asking permission before you start nosing around other people's property?
It's an insult.
Next week, chilling adventure in the episode titled Castles in Space on Lost in Space on this channel.